I am not good at dinner. I hate dinner.
Every night.
I went to culinary school.
I gotta put on my face.
Am I supposed to look at a camera?
No,
or
you just look at me.
you?
No, you
Okay.
just I'll look at the camera. You can too at the beginning.
Okay.
This is Emily Malone. She is actually my neighbor here in Seattle. She lives like 3 houses down from me, and she's the best neighbor. She's actually like a sister, I feel like. Because you have a sister
Agreed.
my age.
I
right?
do,
And
yes.
she lives here now,
Which
so
is-
she's kind of taking over my role of Seattle sister.
Very different place in life.
But we have kids the same age, and it's just been so fun because we've lived here for like a year now. So it's like, yeah, we got each other's back all the time.
Yes.
But yeah, Emily has a lot of just fun things about her, and she'll say she doesn't, but she is really cool, and I wanted to interview her for this video series because we got to document how cool she is. This is legit.
Ooh,
Okay.
pressure is on.
So we're gonna get started just with a little intro. So tell us about just how you and Casey met, like, you know, marriage, and then into baby time. How'd that work?
Okay. We met in a bar, so
Great.
which wasn't nearly as scandalous as it sounds. We got engaged after, I don't know, a year and a half. Well, we moved in together first, and then maybe, I don't know, a year after that, got engaged. As soon as we got married, I quit my job and he quit his job, and we moved, which was the first time I'd ever left Ohio.
Oh my gosh, you're married and leaving.
Married and left, and we moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I quit working and I went to culinary school. And he
I
went.
didn't know that. I didn't go to culinary school. Did you finish it?
I did. It was like the best year ever.
I didn't even know that.
Because I went
That's
back
so
to school at
fun.
28.
Yeah, and you're like
And I
newly married.
cared about everything. During that year was when we decided to start trying for a baby,
Cool.
which was very much his push.
Oh.
I was very hesitant, even though at that point I was 29. I mean, time ticks on, and he just felt like it was time, and he wanted like lots of kids, and we were probably getting a later start than most.
Yeah. I feel like men have the upper hand on that. Like, if it's them who says it, it's like, oh my gosh, like, you're so cute. Like, even if I'm not ready, you're just so cute. And I'm going to do that, yes.
Yeah, well, and I mean, of course, always with us, because we're very competitive. And he's like, well, good thing I got that ball rolling, because it took a long time.
Oh, did it?
It did, yeah. It took over a year to get pregnant with Cullen.
Oh my gosh. Did you go through any
I didn't,
fertility things,
but
or
it just,
waited it out?
I think I had been on birth control for a very long time, and it just took a long time for my body to, like, decide to get back to, yeah. I didn't actually end up doing anything intervention-wise, but it just took a long time.
And then it happened. How did you feel when you first got pregnant?
I was, like, shaking. I just couldn't believe it. I had seen so many negative tests for so long.
So then once he was born, how did that feel like?
I love newborns. I love babies. I struggle a little more in the...
Were you before too? Before you had babies?
No, I wouldn't. I definitely not the way now. I just like I want to go like eat your baby in the corner.
No, that's how I was too. Like, I was never like, my little sister was always the babysitter. My mom always grabbed the babies and made them giggle. And I was like happy about it. But like, before I had my own kids, and even still.
Yeah.
Like, I don't love other people's kids.
Yeah.
Right off.
Yeah.
Until I get to know them and I'm like, oh, you're cool.
Yeah.
But like,
You can stay.
Yeah.
I'm honestly kind of the same way.
Yeah.
But the babies, especially the really cute ones.
Before they can talk back.
Yeah, exactly. They're just so
Squishy
sweet
and warm.
I love it.
What do you do outside of being a mom? Or what do you do to help you be a better mom? Like, I know you like to walk and go running. Do you run or do you mostly walk?
I don't run anymore. I ran a lot. I had there was a running chunk of my life.
Yeah.
Now I walk.
Would you do like races?
Everything's a little slower. I did a lot of races. I ran a bunch of marathons.
Oh, really? Would you do races again?
I like racing. It takes a lot, I mean, Zach does them. The training and stuff is just really tough.
Yeah, I know because my husband does it, not because I do it.
Maybe you do too. I don't know. I just
I
know
don't.
of him. Okay.
I don't.
I do that for me.
And then you also tell us about your guys' like side business that you guys do.
Yeah.
How much of a side is it? Like, how much time do you spend, like, in it?
I spend all of my time in it.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
So we own a beverage business. We own a kombucha company.
Okay.
And I go 2 days a week to our physical production site, and I work there while the boys are at school. And
Which is like 10 minutes away, right?
Yeah, it's right across the bridge.
Okay,
Yeah,
pretty close.
super close.
So 2 days a week you do that.
So 2 days a week I'm
All
there,
morning.
and I'm there the whole like I'm there 8:30 to 1:30.
Oh, okay.
So that I'm home in time to start picking up kids from school. And then every other day of the week, I work for my daughter's nap, which is usually like 3 hours. So I have that 3-hour chunk I can pretty much plan on. And then, as much as I hate to admit this, I would say I spend every other waking minute looking at my phone, checking my email.
So hard.
Not necessarily responding, but constantly checking.
Making sure there's no fires to put out.
And a lot of it is that I also, because I'm only physically in there 2 days a week, but I have employees in there 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So they are texting me all day
Oh my gosh.
with questions.
Oh, man.
So that's most of what I'm always on my phone doing.
And this like Casey quit his job and you guys started this company and then he went back to work. So this was kind of like you took over what was left when he went back, right?
Casey, yes. I mean, right when this all happened, I had just found out I was pregnant with Maeve.
Okay. So number 3.
Number 3. And so at like 8 weeks pregnant, I, in like a sort of Hail Mary, it was just a very crisis time of him like, I don't know what to do with this business. They want me to go back to work. They want me to start in 2 weeks. What are we going to do? And I was like, I'll do it. But it's actually been really great. It's been really great for both of us. It's definitely been hard too, like especially those earlier years. And it makes me feel proud of myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to like crawl into a corner.
Yeah.
But I have days where I get home and I'm like, man, like I'm killing it today. You know?
That's awesome. Do you feel like if you didn't have that, you would have filled it with something else anyway? Like
no, I don't think I would have.
You wouldn't?
I'm a procrastinator. And I drag my feet on everything. And I even like, let's try for a baby. I have to just kind of be pushed. And Casey is the opposite. He just jumps headfirst into things, which makes me push back even further.
Yeah.
But I can at least recognize that in myself and try to be more aware of it. And it was a good push because it's given me a lot more confidence, and I think I stopped overanalyzing all the mom stuff so much. I had to let a lot go.
Yeah.
Like I get on my groceries delivered.
And you had to have a nanny and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Stuff that I would have been devastated with my first. It's a babysitter 2 days a week.
Yeah.
She loves it.
Yeah.
It's something different.
I know, but it's hard. Even me thinking about getting one still, I'm just like, but like, that's
I know.
like hours of their life.
I know, and that's how I was. Like, how could I do that?
Yeah.
I was never willing to get a babysitter to even do things like go to an exercise class, really basic stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's
now I
been
don't
good
have
in
that
your
guilt.
overall, like, just like self-growth and confidence. And
in that stuff, yes, it certainly adds way more stress as far as like if the ship is sinking at work and suddenly I'm at home and everyone's screaming and asking for snacks and it's time for Maeve to go then I start to lose it because
it's a lot.
I tend to feel like work is like the priority in my brain.
Okay, so this is a kind of a good segue. So I want to start talking about like how you live your life like practically as a mom. Like what are some practical things that you love to do, that you like your go-tos and different things like that. So when you're in this position where you have something at work that needs handled, what do you do with your kids at that point?
The boys, depending on what they're doing, if it's like a crisis, like a lot of times I'll say, baby, go upstairs, listen to, they have a Alexa in their room. So I'll say, go put on a podcast and do Legos. Let's get out a board game. Or a lot of times I'll just resort to a bribe. Like if you guys can go play nicely for 15 minutes while I do this, then after that, we will do XYZ. Or you can have XYZ, whatever.
Cool.
If it's extreme critical mode, I'll say, go grab the iPad.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it. I won't hear anything again.
Extreme critical.
Yeah.
When the alarms are going
Obviously
off.
harder with an 18-month-old. Usually she's just at my feet trying to climb into my lap while I'm trying to get whatever I need to do.
Oh my gosh. I bet there's so many, like there are so many moms out there these days that have all these side gigs and like, I promise there's a million of us at our computers trying to answer emails, trying to like finish the edit, trying to like talk to someone on the phone, and there's just some toddler who thinks they like rule the world at your feet.
I actually wonder sometimes if any of my customers, because I work with a lot of people who are in their office, sitting at their
like
computer,
being
professionals all day long, and I always wonder when I email them at either 5 in the morning or 8 p.m. if they ever notice, other than my Mondays and Wednesdays when I'm actually sitting at my computer all day. Most of my replies are either at the crack of dawn or as soon as I put the kids, that's the other time I work, is I put the kids in bed, and then I will often like eat my dinner at my desk for an hour or so just to tie up whatever loose end happened in the afternoon.
But I feel like most people, and I've learned this like on airplanes too, that like most people think it's cute. Like as long as like you're meeting their needs, like if you have to like hold please while I like handle something, like,
Yeah.
and they hear a little kid, they're like, oh, like, there's a kid, you know?
Yeah.
So I hope most
I
people
tend to
are
be
like
overly apologetic, which I probably
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
Me
Because
too.
there's nothing wrong with living a
I
life.
know. Well, I started listening to that podcast you told me about, Shameless Mom. Did
Oh,
you tell me
yeah.
about that?
Yeah, yeah.
I love
lives
that
here.
term. I know.
Yeah.
I love that phrase, like, shameless, because I feel like I am very shameful.
Yeah.
Like, I go around, like, when I'm at the store or, like, I don't know, like, I'm just like, sorry, I'm here with my
Yeah,
kids.
exactly.
So much of the time.
Yeah.
And it's, like, so just stupid. Like, that is a stupid way to think. So I've been trying to think better, like, hey, like, I'm a freaking awesome mom.
Yeah.
I have, like, 4 kids, and I am, you know, doing great, and we're here, and we're having fun. My kids aren't, like, tearing this place apart.
Yeah.
So everyone calm down.
Totally.
Like, this is awesome. I'm cool. It's really hard to change to
Yeah.
that type of a
Totally.
mindset.
I'm the same way.
So just some quick, like, questions. Tell me, like, 3 favorite things about your home, what you've done to it, places that you love in your home, what do you like to do within your home that you've created?
Okay. I love our home. It's like my happy place. Although,
It's such a great house.
I mean, it's not even that great of a house.
It's
I
so
just
great.
Love it.
I love it too.
I feel like we went through a bunch of homes, and we bought a really big a big boxy house out in the suburbs, which is what we like just
Okay.
thought we should have
Uh-huh.
because we'd had a baby and whatever, it was time.
Yeah.
And we hated it and we're really miserable there. Sorry about my dog. And we ultimately decided to give up a lot of space and a lot of luxuries, like big master closets and
Big yard.
the-
Except you guys have a great
we
yard.
didn't have a big yard. Actually, that was the
Oh.
killer on that
Yeah.
house. Is that we bought a much smaller house with a much better yard, and it's just tons of character.
Yeah.
I love it. And we just I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, we did a little like DIY makeover on our bedroom, and that is my new happy place.
It makes such a difference. And you just, like, painted your walls white, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Like, all it
Moved
takes
some
is,
furniture
like, yeah.
around and added like a built-in thing to this cluttered area.
Yeah.
It's a life changer.
I love it.
I just had strep throat like
Yep.
over the weekend, and I told Casey at the end, I said, not being able to get out of bed for 48 hours and just being in here, I was like, I was miserable, but I loved being in our room.
Well,
so
there's nothing
much.
worse about being sick when you're stuck in a place that, like, is so not, like, elevating and
Yeah.
not inspiring. And not that, like, your room's, like, inspiring or whatever, but it's, like, a nice, soothing place to be now.
So yeah, clean.
Okay,
and
so
it's
you-
always clean. It's always again.
Yeah.
I'm
You
crazy
keep
about
it,
I
you
love
keep
it.
it.
Yep.
Like you like it. That's so great. I love that. And I think bedrooms need to be that. They need to be a place where you can be sick for 2 days straight or
Yep.
3 days straight and
Yep.
just, like, not worry about having to, like, de-junk it.
Yeah.
the whole time.
The one time I came out of my bedroom to come downstairs so I don't get something, I surveyed what had happened in the house while I'd been in bed for 48 hours and crawled right back up to my
Yeah.
my clean home.
Okay, I'm going back.
Yeah.
Okay, so you love your room.
I love my room.
Well,
I love our yard.
Yes. you have a
Obviously,
great backyard. You have a great front
this
yard.
is not the season right
Yes.
now, but I love our yard. I just love being outside. Probably my happiest place in this whole place is actually the front porch swing. I spend a lot of time out there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I need a good swing.
As soon as, actually not even warm, just as soon as like the sun rises later, and it's like later, I sit out there almost every night as soon as I put the kids in bed.
Oh, I love that. What are 1 or 2 things that you like that help you so much as a mom that you couldn't live without? Like appliances or
Grocery delivery.
okay.
I do not grocery shop anymore. Ever.
You know what,
like my mom hack, and I don't know why anyone's doing it.
I know.
Like I don't know why anyone's going to the grocery
I kind
store.
of like going to the grocery store.
Maybe it's just my place in life. My problem
Like,
is
forget
it's
it.
a logistic thing. Like a lot of places don't open till 10, but Maeve needs to nap by like 11ish.
Yes.
There's not enough time.
Yes.
And that's not in our 1 hour of the day where we can go do something.
Well, and
that's not what I
Costco
wanna
is like
do.
such a trek
Too
out
far.
here. We have to
I've
go
been
so
one
far.
time in the 18 months since she was born.
Yeah.
I miss a lot of things. Like I see all the great Costco does it again things.
Yeah, see, that's why. Sometimes I like to go just
miss
to
that
see.
stuff.
But then that's also good. I mean, you're probably...
I'm spending a lot less money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're spending a lot less.
So I get Costco delivered probably once every 2 weeks for a lot of like bulk produce and our regular like pantry stuff.
Yeah.
And then I do Amazon Prime Now for everything else.
Nice. I need to...
And then I do go to Met Market because I love it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Because
Yeah.
you just said you were in the grocery store.
I
with
do
the
love
experience.
Met Market.
Met Market is like the fancy store of our
The gourmet
neighborhood.
grocery. But I go there
Yes.
for like the hot, like on a night when Casey's out of town or something, I have no dinner plan, I'll go to like the hot soup
I need to
bar.
go do that. I need to go do that sometime.
Soup, and you just grab a
Oh
big
my
crusty loaf of
gosh.
bread.
Oh, I'm going to do that. That sounds so great.
The kids love the tomato, and I get something different every time.
That sounds great. Okay, so tell me something that, I'm trying to think of a fun like name for this portion of the interview. I thought about maybe calling it like, I'm killing it and it's killing me. Something like that. So what's something as a mom that you are just like really good at? Like not a problem, like take care of it. And then we're gonna say the same thing, like what's something that you just hate and you will always hate? Or you can get better at or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's a killing it. I feel like I'm very good at, I do not get like over stressed out about like taking all 3 of my kids somewhere. I don't get fazed by big meltdowns like that. As much as I said I'm overly apologetic, I feel like I can get things under control quickly.
Yeah. Like you're good at working through it, or you can actually like get your kid to calm down.
I can get my kid to calm down, or I can get us out of there immediately.
Okay. You're good at assessing the situation.
Whichever it needs to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't get too flustered.
That's good.
I feel like I can keep my cool.
Was it always like that?
No.
Okay. You had to work towards this.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I was a pro at that when the boys were toddlers.
Yeah.
Much better now. Yeah.
Cool.
I am not good at dinner. I hate dinner.
Every night.
I went to culinary school.
Don't they teach you these things?
You do, yeah. I honestly think I hate cooking now more than I've ever hated. I hate it.
Well, she doesn't have an oven right now, guys.
I also don't have an oven.
She hasn't had an oven for like a year.
For a year.
Dinner
I just
is hard.
really struggle to get it. I'm not a meal planner.
Yeah.
I don't do things ahead of time enough, and it doesn't matter. I have every gadget on the market.
So
I just don't have the bandwidth for it.
Have you tried different types of meal planning, or is it just?
I don't know what to make. I don't know what to make that my kids will eat.
So yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Dinner. I feel the same way. Like I have my list of things, and I've kind of learned to just, like, if my kids don't like it, then they go hungry. Like I always think of that scene from Beauty and the Beast where he's like, "Then go ahead and starve."
Then go ahead and starve.
You like say that every night because it's like, fine, go ahead and starve. I don't care.
Yep.
But even still, like it's hard for me to think of what I want to eat and to, like, nourish myself.
Yep.
Make sure my husband's eating good.
Yep.
And make sure my kids are getting some type of nutrients. Like sometimes we go like days without any fruit or vegetable, they feel like, and it's so hard for me to do that.
So I think that's a huge part of the problem for me is that I have really high standards for like what we eat. And I don't mean that in like a smug way.
Yeah.
But like I studied food, I studied nutrition. Yes. It was a time in my life, I did a ton of food writing for years, where that was just like the whole focus of my life was like healthy food eating and recipe development. And it's very hard for me to just like table that. Yeah. And yet I stare at those lunch boxes every morning and just nothing. I know that the carrots I'm chopping up are coming back.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I cannot bring myself to just fill it with pirate's booty.
No.
So I'm making it harder on myself than it needs to be.
I know.
I am. I'm making it harder than it needs to be. But I'm determined.
Well, we go through phases. I'm sure like sometimes it's like, yeah, I have a full fridge. Like this is great. We're going to load it up with all these things. And then like sometimes right now I'm just like, guess you're having fig bars and a banana.
Exactly.
You know?
I definitely...
I can't even get myself to make a sandwich.
I opened the pantry this morning and saw a box of Annie's mac and cheese, and I was like, ooh, that's what we're having for dinner. That's the one.
I know.
Now
I started making dinner, and then Bo was like, oh, I want mac and cheese. And I was like, oh, I should have gone for the mac and cheese. But, dinner is
Dinner's a struggle.
Seriously. I think that's like all across the board. Yeah. Everyone, like dinner time, every single night, do we have to eat food?
I know. Why? I'm not hungry. I'll have a snack. Popcorn sounds good.
Seriously. The other night, we were out in Bellevue, and it was going to take us an hour to get home, and it was like 5 o'clock. And I was like, I'm just going to get them like something from Dairy Queen.
Yeah, okay.
And so we got them all, I got them all, what are they called, blizzards?
Oh, wow, yum.
Little ones, like little kid blizzards.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, guess this is dinner.
Yeah.
Like, this is what it is.
I will say I've gotten much better about that kind of stuff, that especially as the kids are older, I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's killing all of us.
You know what? You didn't ask me for more than one, but you know what my other killing it thing is that I will admit that I feel like I do really well is I'm really good at traveling with my kids.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm a pro traveler.
Yep.
We've just done it so much. Although I used all of your Europe tips. Also a pro traveler.
Check out my travel tips, guys. That's really good, and I feel like that's a great one to say because so many moms are so scared of it.
People are terrified.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are those kids who are just like, I can't take them out anywhere, but give them a chance. I would say give them a chance.
Totally.
That's a good one.
Worth it. Worth it once you get there.
Totally worth it. Even when they're little, people are like, and they won't even remember it when they're little. Like, I will.
Exactly.
I remember having them.
We took Cullen to Hawaii
London.
at 3 months. And
Yeah.
everybody was like, what are you thinking? I'm like, I'm thinking I want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, 3 months old. They just like hang out, do nothing.
He did this.
Yeah.
He slept in a car seat the whole
Seriously, and
time.
he's doing so good. We better hurry
He
up.
woke
before
up at
he
one
wakes
point
up.
and went back to sleep.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna finish this up, guys. I'm gonna ask one more question. So, I should have given this to you ahead of time, but what is one thing?
Surprise.
No. What is like one, either like a mantra or a saying or something that you kind of like tell yourself on like a constant basis as you're a mom, like as your mom in it? Anything
I don't know
that
if
you
this
live
is a
by?
mantra, and this might be not the answer you're looking for.
Whatever.
But I feel like me and my 38-year-old momness, am really grateful, and I don't take any of it for granted, and I probably did at the beginning. I had 3 miscarriages between number 2 and number 3.
Wow.
And that changed me as a mom.
Yeah.
Because I used to just stress about so much, and I just was really caught up in so much, and I mean, it was just it was harder with 2 toddlers and all that. But now, especially even with my 18-month-old now, I feel like I can just let so much more go, because I'm so grateful that these kids, who they are, who actually arrived when they all were, what I mean, when the timing all worked out. And I think those experiences, while they were so hard at the time, and it was a really sort of dark chapter, really just made me grateful for the family I get to be blessed with every day, even on the bad days.
Yeah.
And there was just such a long period of our life where we didn't know if we would have a third, and then just, there was so much unknown.
Yeah.
And now that just feels so closed and finalized, and it's so much better than I ever could have imagined.
Yeah.
And the gap that we didn't want, the 4-year gap, is so perfect for us that it really all feels, I would never say this to someone going through infertility, but like it really did almost feel meant to be. That like it worked out that way. Had I actually gotten pregnant when we started trying for a third, that would look really different right now.
That's awesome. I love that. Well, thank you so much, guys.
Of course.
I seriously barge in. I'm like rearranging furniture, putting up my lights, and like
perfect.
And we've just had a really great time because both of my kids are here too, and they have been just doing their own thing. I don't know what we're gonna find in the other room where Bo is.
I don't know. Bo's locked in there with a dog.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me barge in. Thank you for just being open and sharing with us. I'm sure a lot of people will gain a lot of awesome things from our little chat.
Yay.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. This was so fun. And Emily, she's my neighbor. I get to hang out with her all the time, so I'm lucky like that. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, like us, find me on Instagram, do all the things because we are everywhere. I'm trying to do these videos very frequently. I'm hoping once a week. So come back next week for another fun video, and we'll see you there. Bye.
Yay.
You're so excited.
Good. God, you're amazing.